interesting how things remind you of the past. Anytime I hear the story of Esther read, especially the Feast of Purim, I have to think about my mother. We grew up in a very Jewish neighborhood, most of them conservative, many Orthodox. And it just so happened that one day, one of these Jewish ladies was at our home talking to my mother, and she mentioned the fact that the rabbi had told them the story of Esther because it was the Feast of Purim. My mom knew the story, so they began talking. And before long, this Jewish lady said, you know, you tell the story better than the rabbi does. And so for some years, annually, our house was filled with these Jewish women who come to hear my mother tell the story of Esther. For those of you who remember my mother, she was very flamboyant and dramatic. And so her retelling, I'm sure, carried with it some overtones that the rabbi might have thought quite kosher. We have been studying from the Old Testament, the Ten Commandments, on Sunday morning. And we come today to the seventh commandment, do not commit adultery. And as we've looked at these commandments and considered the way in which we deal with them, we recognize that the Ten Commandments were given under the law of Moses. And the law of Moses is not in effect. However, God's character does not change. And God has revealed himself in the Old Testament as well as in the New as being a God of order, a God who expects obedience of his people, a God who has a moral character. And as we study the Ten Commandments, we see something of the character, something of the heart of God. And the Ten Commandments are foundational for Western culture and civilization. Anytime we look at the development of Western civilization, that civilization that sprang up in Europe over a period of 1,000 years, has spread all over the world and is really the benchmark of justice and equity in the world. We find that the Bible was central to this. And in particular, when we look at the development of law and order in the Western world, the Ten Commandments figure very prominently. Now, when we look at the Ten Commandments, we look at the first four. And the first four commandments are those that deal primarily with our relationship with God. That we worship God alone. That we worship Him appropriately. That we give ourselves over to worship God. But then the balance, the last six of the commandments, deal with our relationship to one another. And yet it's interesting that the two sides of this coin hang together. Because as we worship God the way we ought to, we're going to be changed in how we deal with one another. And the very basis for treating one another as we ought is that God is in heaven, and He is the one who watches over us all. We come to the seventh commandment. We find it briefly mentioned. Exodus 20, verse 14. You shall not commit adultery. Very simple, straightforward commandment. There really is not a whole lot of question as to what these words mean. I've mentioned many times that sometimes when you deal with Hebrew, there's some ambiguity. There's no ambiguity here. Do not commit adultery. Now, the importance of this commandment is seen in the role of marriage, the place of marriage in the plan of God. It goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. We find that when God created Adam, he said it is not good for man to be alone. And so he created from Adam a wife, Eve, the mother of all living. And so it is the first human institution ordained by God is marriage. It's the family. And the importance of marriage is seen, brought throughout Scripture. It's central in social order. It's central in the Lord's church. Marriage is very important. But in the time we find ourselves here in 21st century America, there are problems that marriage is facing. Most recently, we've seen the legal redefinition of marriage. And the entire question of, does the state really have the right to change what God has ordained regarding marriage? And most believing people say no. There are some who have said yes. But imposed by the courts across the country has been a redefinition of marriage. And that's a problem. There's a growing problem with cohabitation. It's an alarming statistic. But most young adults today, a majority, will be involved in cohabitation, living together without marriage, at some point. And 1/3 of those who do this will never marry. Two problems. First of all, the sin of living together without the blessing of God. But secondly, the idea that some who get involved with this give up on the idea of marriage. And marriage falls by the wayside. By the way, one of the most alarming statistics that I've seen is one that has been identified by Pew Research. For they looked at the state of marriage among various religious groups, and they looked at the churches of Christ. And in the recent years that they've done this study, the rate of cohabitation among those who identify themselves as members of the Lord's church is ranging between 4 and 6%. To me, that's very alarming. That even those who profess to be our brethren have embraced in a very public way a defiance regarding marriage. And of course, a tremendous threat to marriage is divorce. Divorce was very difficult to obtain before the middle of the 20th century. I can even remember when it was almost impossible to get a divorce unless both parties wanted it or one of them had committed some grievous offense. That people could not willy-nilly divorce. Before 1969, it was not possible to divorce without an offense having been committed anywhere in the country. First in California, however, and spreading throughout the country, no-fault divorce became the law. Today, throughout the United States, it is practically impossible for someone to stay in a marriage if their spouse decides to leave them. The law has gone from a mutual consent to divorce to anyone can get out of any marriage at any time. This has cheapened marriage in our country. And of course, the problem that the Seventh Commandment addresses of infidelity, of a husband or wife not being faithful in their marriage vow. That is to say, having an adulterous relationship, either an affair or even a momentary fling, but not being faithful to the marriage. it is very damaging. Adultery is damaging. Infidelity is so damaging, so bad, because fundamentally it is breaking a covenant with God. Whenever we look at marriage, we of course focus on the bride and the groom, them coming together and before witnesses stating their intention to be faithful to one another, to support one another, to be a home. But the most important witness of all is God. And whenever marriages are broken, it is an affront to God. God does not approve of infidelity. And it is harmful in so many ways. It, of course, hurts both the one who commits the sin and the one who is sinned against. They're both hurt by it. Children, if they exist in the home, are hurt very deeply. Those extended family members suffer hurt as well. There is no good that comes from this. And so we should be focused very tightly on how we can prevent infidelity. It's not enough just to complain about problems. We must see how we can prevent these problems from happening. And the first and most important thing is to remember that infidelity is not something that is out there that is imposed on us. It is a sin that begins in the heart. In the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5, verse 27 and 28, our Savior says, "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall not commit adultery.' But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Whenever individuals indulge in that which is lascivious, that which is salacious, that which is tempting, and whenever a man looks at a woman and is thinking in terms of what he might like to do that is wrong, he has already begun the process in his heart. For that reason, we must be careful to look at the heart and to keep our heart diligent. Again, from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 15, beginning in verse 18. Jesus says, "But what comes out of the mouth proceeds from the heart, and this defiles a person. For out of the heart comes evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false witness, slander. These are what defile a person, but to eat with unwashed hands does not defile anyone." The Jewish leaders in the days of Christ had added many rituals as commandments, and among them was an elaborate washing of their hands before they would eat. And to eat without going through this ritual was viewed as making someone unclean. Jesus said, that's not what makes you unclean. To be unclean before God is something that comes from the heart and then is brought into action. For it is from the heart, from inside, that all manner of evil things flow, and specifically he mentions adultery. When we consider what Christ has said, we see there are things that Christians must avoid. In our culture, it's becoming much harder to avoid being exposed to things that we just simply ought not to be thinking about. Just simply entertainment, turn on television. There was a day where, especially during what they called the family hours on television, nothing of a sexual nature would be shown. Today, those conventions have been thrown out. We see what students are reading even in the classrooms. And things that are being assigned as literature sometimes are very blatantly sexual in their presentation. And of course, the horrific wave of pornography that is swept across our culture from the internet. Anyone who is active online will at some point in time receive a link that looks innocent. And when he or she clicks on it, there are pornographic images. Our young people are being exposed to this at ever earlier ages. By the way, this is why parents, you should know what your children are seeing online or on their smartphones. You should know. But there are things that Christians must avoid. There are places Christians ought not to go. We need to be keeping our hearts pure before God. No one wakes up one morning out of the blue and says, I think I'll commit adultery today. How do I go about that? Of course not. The seed is planted before, it is nurtured, and in the heart it germinates, and it brings forth sin. And yet, it's not enough merely to look at what we must avoid. Here during football season, you'll often hear the axiom that the best defense is a good offense. It's interesting because this is actually a principle that was brought from warfare. George Washington, in instructing his generals, put forward the same idea. That the best thing to do is to have a plan to win, not merely a plan to hold on. And so it is whenever we look at marriage and how to prevent adultery, the best way to do that is to focus on God's plan, focus on marriage as God intended. Whenever we look at marriage, it's not merely a legal formula. It's not something that a group of men got together and determined that contractually this would be a good way to do things. It's the plan of God. And so it is that we focus on God intends regarding marriage. We are able to have homes that truly are resistant to the temptations of infidelity. Whenever we look at the word adultery, in the Hebrew, and then as it is translated into the Greek, it means having a sexual relationship with someone outside of your marriage arrangement. But the word in English is interesting because it carries with it the idea of watering down, of debasing. To adulterate is to dilute. Whenever chemicals are produced, if they are adulterated, they are diluted to some other element. Whenever precious metals are sold, they are adulterated if lesser metals are mixed in with them. And in just the same way, there are many things that can come into our lives that will adulterate, that will weaken, that will dilute the principles of marriage, the commitment that men and women have to each other. Some of these are not evil in and of themselves. Careers, hobbies, various pursuits people may have. But if these things draw us away from the will of God, they have adulterated our commitment. We need to remember the beautiful plan that God has regarding marriage. Ephesians chapter 5, beginning in verse 25, provides the beautiful analogy of Christ and the church. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. The Lord provides the perfect example. Now, this is true in all of life, but in particular, when we consider the sanctity of marriage, we look at the commitment of Jesus Christ to his church. My friend Aubrey Johnson has co-authored a book recently, The Best Husband Ever. And it takes this illustration of Christ and the church and applies it to married life. It shows how men ought to treat their wives. It's amazing how many copies of this women have bought for their husbands. Amazing how many husbands say this is a book that was written about me. It's sad thing. We look at it, and this example, provides us with a blueprint. Jesus Christ did not give himself to the covenant with his church piecemeal. He gave himself wholly to his commitment to his people. And in just that same way, husbands and wives need to have a commitment to one another that they will not permit to be diminished by anything in this world. And we must see also in the example of Jesus Christ that in marriage, as it ought to be, marriage has an evangelistic message. It is a symbol of the love that Christ has for his church. And whenever we talk about marriage as it ought to be, it also provides us an opportunity to talk about the way the Savior has loved us and cares for us and has provided a way of salvation for us. So it is as Christians we take heart that while we fall short, the Lord never fails. His love never comes to an end. And the love of God revealed in Jesus Christ is our assurance of salvation. And that is the assurance we want everyone to have. If you believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, then by making a statement of this truth, you can be baptized into Christ, immersed in water, receiving forgiveness of your sins. It's very much like the ceremony of marriage. In marriage, a brief ceremony occurs, but lives are changed. Those who were separated are brought together as one, and so it is that when we are separated from God, that in the waters of baptism, we are united to Him and made one in Jesus Christ. In a moment we'll sing a song, and if that is your desire this morning, to be right with God, please, we encourage you to come forward. If you would like to talk with one of our elders to have further study, one will be available in the room at the back of this auditorium following this time of worship. But just now, won't you come? Let's together stand and sing.